Decided to go for a walk down a little trail here. See if we can focus on the trail. Don't fall, don't fall. We're walking down the Primrose Path here. It said it's going to rain, so I did bring an umbrella. But it's Duluth, Minnesota here. We're right on the corner of Lake Superior. And that it's so hard to predict the weather here. And then there's a hill. I mean, so sometimes it's like nice out. It'll be like 70 something. And then within minutes, it's like 50, rainy, cold. So when I go up to Inger, that's where I've been golfing at Inger. Yeah. Oh, which way? Great mind jacker in the sky. Left. Okay, we'll go. Yeah. Yeah. So weather can just change real quickly out here. And I don't have a way to get out there. I tried to take a bus out there. It's a I don't know how long it took me, but they don't go right where I want to go, so but I haven't been on this path this summer yet, because I would usually just either go over, hit some balls in a field, or go up to Inger. I'd be up there right now if I had a way, just if I had my own car. I'd probably just go up there and at least, at least hit balls. I don't know. I could be teaching golf. Could be doing something very important, because I mentioned this, is that I was trained for 6 months to be a holy person by God. They said, get rid of my clubs. Yeah, they just said live on what you need. See, because I was basically, but you need them. I say you can't do that alone. Like the Spirit of God has to go into you. Like I was pretty stupid. I just sat in a room, suffered, because people weren't helping me. It's kind of like we project our own self out onto the world, what we want, what we expect. Like I thought people should care. Care and do what's right. That's what I preached. And then I came up with this thing called an objectively good person. Moral, ethical, principled, logical, compassionate, wisdom, and wise. Moral, ethical, compassionate, principled, loving, kind, and wonderful, aren't they? It's a wonderful day. The bugs are out, though. What the hey? We'll just keep walking and talking until we find someone to bless. I didn't realize the mosquitoes would be so bad. They're bad. They're biting me. They're very bad. Why, God, did you create the mosquito? Was it to get under my skin? No, they said, this is how the voice corrects me. It says, reality just happens. And then we believe about it. We believe things about it. Like because I had this belief, like, is spontaneous generation real? Oh, man, these, whew. Thunder and lightning. Yeah, how many I wonder about that. How many powers are there that people could get? Because they gave me all this energy. And now it's like when I walk around, I say, I don't have that energy anymore that they gave me. Yeah, and they're not giving me guidance anymore. They're not telling me what to do. Like I was getting some kind of insight onto people. And it didn't bother me. Like right now I can still, it's still easier for me to deal with frustration and not take things so personally. But like, I'm calling prayer hotlines because I just want to hear somebody. I just want somebody to show me compassion, show me love. That's really it. I wish my family loved me. Wonder if we should just try something different. Okay, we're gonna try something different here. I think I can hear some thunder out there. So if I was at the golf course, they'd be blowing the horn because they have some legal obligation. There's a minnow swimming around in there. A couple minnows. These bugs are they're getting me pretty good out here. Dun, da, dun, da, da. I wonder if there's any little fishies swimming around out here. Any little fishies out here swimming? Oh, I can see some minnows or something. I want to see if I can zoom in on this here. Maybe it's probably too hard to see. But I did see some little minnows swimming around. There's some right there. If we can, I don't know if we can pick that up at all. Yeah, you can see that. There's some little minnows doing their minnowets right there. Let's go back out here. Zoom in, way out, zoom in, zoom out. We gotta do it, folks. You gotta do it. So one thing I like to do is I say I'm like an idea person. I just like ideas. I wish my dream job would be like people calling me up and say, Steve, how do we solve this? You're so smart. Tell us how to solve it. And I'd say, I can tell you how to solve it because I'm so smart, darling. But it always comes back down to what do people want? Because I think sports could be made more interesting. I created my own scoring system called Strategy Golf. So it's less punishing. And that's what I like. I don't like two-stroke penalties and all that stuff. So it's basically half a stroke penalty, and you could just hit another ball. And then if you miss your putt, you get I call them redemption putts. And then if you make both of those, you get your points right back up there. And then I use a helper, a golf helper. It just sits around the hole. And yeah, tee boxes it would promote people to play faster because tee boxes would start at 200 yards. 200 yards out. David Faraty could hit that ball on. I'm getting, these bugs. Bugs are very bad out here, folks. Very bad. I didn't realize that. But no one's out on this path right now. So they must be scared of something. I ain't afraid. There was a time when I was afraid, you know. But I ain't no chicken-bellied lizard. It's more of an annoyance than a fear out here. Not afraid of. I have seen bears out at Inger though. Bears and coyotes. There was some big bears, big coyotes out there. Usually you just see deer. Lots of deer out there. There's a woodchuck out there. I've seen skunks, birds everywhere, geese just everywhere. Ducks. I don't see any seagulls up there, but there's a lot downtown. And then I've seen like ferret type creatures. I don't know exactly the name of them. There's a specific name. that I'm not sure what the name is here, but we're just walking through the forest looking for elf spirits. Maybe it's just the elf spirits here. Well, elven spirits, are you out here? The crows are out here. Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah, so if I was at Inger, they'd probably blow that horn. They have someone almost got hit there, hit near them. And I didn't go that day. So, oh yeah, so last night, so I have this voice now, or it's in my mind. So it's like it's like another entity, an intelligent entity that just helps correct things. So I was reading that everyone has a different mind. Like, I don't think we're all unique, but no one can see our thought life. So some people don't have thoughts. Some people have a very, very vivid imagination. And so I got to kind of see the whole kind of spectrum. That was kind of part of these bugs are so bad out here. Wow. They're buzzing. They're busying me. They're very busy buzzing me. This looks like a nice little water hole right here. I wish I could just jump right in. But I can't take my clothes off, so maybe I'll make a video where I come jump in one of these pools. Especially on a hot day. Oh, these bugs. Okay, so last night, they'll play games with me, kind of. I don't know how to say that exactly. Let's just start heading back. Yeah, we're not doing a long one today. Not doing a long one, folks. Bugs are too bad. It's not raining too hard. Ka 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 ka. But I jokingly called it backwards baseball, and it's like it's not backwards, but it's just like a different way to do it. Where at first it was like you had to. They're kind of energy tapping right now, but yeah. I'd change the rules. It was like you get 3 pitch. At first it was like you get 3 pitches, but your own team gets to be the pitcher. But then it was like, well, they can be the pitcher, the other team, but the catcher can't move. He's got to like keep his knees on the plate. And yeah, they got to throw that ball over the plate or whatever, and then it's not that interesting, but I had this one rule where it's like if they get a home run, it should also count as an out, because I never liked that, especially modern day baseball is like they basically just say hit home runs, just swing for the fences. Yeah, it was a lot of. Probably don't want to talk too much about it, but I thought I could probably create anytime, adjust the rules in any sport. I did, I just call it strategy hockey, and there's like a baseline. Same with golf, strategy golf. I could probably call it strategy baseball. There's like a baseline rule, and then there's adjustable rules but what league it is, like age group and how competitive you want it to be. So, yeah, they would say in golf, the beauty is everyone plays by the same rules, but it's like, but that can be frustrating for people, especially new people, because, the voice corrects me all the time, says golf is, they say it's not too great. I'm getting just hammered by these bugs. Whew. Yeah, I just like hitting balls. I don't really like golfing, but I really like hitting those balls, so that's why I go out there. Yeah, there's probably like 4 or 5 bugs on my hand alone. Mosquitoes. The mosquitoes are out. The mosquitoes are out. I gotta watch out for those mosquitoes there. They're on my arm there. I'm holding the phone there, but they're getting me. Holding the phone there, eh? Whew. Yeah, and they have bed bug infestations where I live. It's like, no matter what you do there, I can't control the other rooms, so they infest in the other rooms. They're not infested in my room. And I made a video once about how baby powder, they can't live in it. So if you just baby powder everything, your whole bed, under your bed, everything, all the little cracks, corners, they can't live in it. So it'll dry them out. And then someone commented, I think it was on TikTok, that clean your room. But they don't understand. I'm living with, there's 30 other people where I live, and they can't take care of themselves. They shouldn't be there. Like, I've seen videos where it's like there's like some obligation to make sure people aren't covered in feces. But where I live, people can walk around covered in it. Yeah, and sometimes there's no toilet. It's just like it's like a nightmare. It's because they don't care. So it's like if everyone cared, the world would be pretty nice. I'd like to live in a caring world, you know. If my parents cared, I'd be having a life. But there is something in economics where they talk about incentive structures, and I have I don't want to say cynical view, but it's like I don't like, people shouldn't feel like they have to work. There's so much money in this world, and especially it's being spent on wars and other things that just are not helping. It's like, if people want help, they should be able to just get help, and they should be able to do the things they want to do in life. I mean, how many billionaires are there? You know, it's like, why aren't we helping people do the things they want to do in life? That's what I say. No one should feel like they're like a you know, there's only one type of slave that should exist, and that's people doing bad things, and they have to learn to serve people. So, yeah, the people that are doing bad things should serve other people. That's how I wrote that in my government. Because I'm like, jail doesn't make, it's not a correction facility. When I went to jail, the only thing I learned is that the government does whatever they want. They don't care about laws, rules, if they're harming people, if they're making things worse. They don't care at all about those things. I don't know. They must just care about their paycheck and their job. And there's nowhere you can complain to about anything. I complained to the psychology board about this person who wrote I was delusional 20 times. And just lied about everything. Said we met for 2 hours. We met for like 15 minutes. She said I was scowling, and you know, I'm just like hard to deal with, and all this stuff. And I go, I think I'm easy to deal with, but bad people might think I'm hard to deal with. Like my brother might think that. He tells me to F off. He does not have God living in his heart. He does not have the spirit of truth and love. No one in my family does. My dad says he cares. And I said, Dad, you wrecked my life with teeth filing. That's not caring. And so they suffer. I say they suffer when someone harms you. Here's this interfaith church I go to every now and then. they can't figure out what the problem is. You know, my dad filed down my teeth, and you know, and he just can't figure out what the problem is. It creates this, let's just call it a backward incentive, where they don't want anyone to find out what's wrong. My dad said to me once, he said, I don't want anyone to find out because I don't want to go to jail. I said, Dad, you shouldn't care about going to jail. You should care about helping your son. But that's what I say. People break the law or they do harm, but they also say that they care about that law. You know, my dad says, I hate listening to people say they'd like to help me, but you know, the law is this, so we can't help you, or whatever it is. And they say God will do it. And I said, God did as much as they could to change me. So I'm not sitting that this video would not be made. I would probably not be alive. God had to personally get into me, personally change me. When I talk to the mind, the mind they give me, they say it just happens. There's no formula why this happened. There's no one up there deciding. As far as I know, I say there's a greater mind. It seems like there's a greater mind that we're unaware of. Because at one point I could see blessings and curses. I could look at a church, and then it depended on what it was, because it was mostly churches, but it could be other places too. Basically, a blessing was just wherever people felt loved. It didn't matter what it was. And then a curse was, you know, just people being angry. So there was a lot of curses. Yeah, but these are not, they're more like a belief. I don't know how to, can you prove a blessing or a curse, though? It's just, that's how I want to live, where I feel loved. So it's just like about me feeling loved, feeling cared for. We're at 22 minutes already. Oh, thank you very much for doing 22 minutes with me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Roboto. Thank you. We're gonna try something very different now. So I went to Jurassic Park, and I said, "Are those dinosaurs ready and willing to go? Are they Dino DNA?" Yeah, I said they just made it easier for me to do things like impressions. They just happen now, so I don't have to think about them. Some people call that muscle memory. But it was for instance, it took me effort. I said it took effort to do Trump. Let me tell you something, folks. I had to focus on it, but now I can just do it. Same with the sassy voice. Very sassy. Yeah, so I said I was working on these, but then they made it so I can just flow them. But I wouldn't say I'm an impressionist. It's more I thought the easiest way to be funny is just impersonate someone. Hold on up there. We're going to do something really funny. As soon as I get Joe Biden in the office, put a helmet on him, give him my cue cards and say, try to ride a bike. See if you can do it. He can't do it, folks. He fell over. Fell over, folks. Sleepy Joe falls asleep at the wheel. You're very dear to me. Just to let everyone know, you're very dear to me. You're very special. And you have a very long sense of accomplishments, folks. We're already at 25 minutes already. Okay. Sidewalk closed. Use the other side, darling. I'll walk wherever I want to. Duluth is there's a joke in Duluth here. It's there's like 9 months of winter or something. It doesn't matter. And then 6 months of road construction. Here's someone. We're gonna talk to. I haven't talked to anyone today, so we gotta see if we can talk to someone here. Hello. Hope you're having a great day.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's finally raining.
Yeah, man, I was up at Inger and it's so dry up there.
Oh, everybody's dry.
Yeah. Thank you, God. Yeah, there's this is one thing I noticed is that like there's the customer relations. When I was up at Inger, like they don't tell you what's going on there, but if you talk to the greenskeepers, they tell you about stuff. Holy shit. My ears are ringing. Holy shit. Those are the people that I live with. They do this stuff.
Who the hell did that? Huh? Someone from in there?
Yeah. He wasn't happy. That thing was not, that wasn't a little firecracker. That was a big boy. Let's go see if I can find out who the culprit is. We're gonna find out. Investigation, yeah. Who did it? We're gonna find out who did it. We're gonna weekend on the clock. Don't stop. Find out who did it. Here we go. Who did that? I know it wasn't you two, but.
No, one of our town managers. Did you do that?
No, I was walking up the hill. That thing, it was right in front of me. I got it on camera.
Yeah, I thought it was an explosion for a quick second.
I thought it was fucking...
I saw it being thrown from over here.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody hiding in the bushes.
Out here that might be lighting out fireworks
Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody did.
someone did it.
Scared the hell out
right
of
by
me.
my window.
Yeah.
No, they threw it out on the road. I saw it.
Oh, because my wife said she saw the flash because she's sitting right by the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went off out on. I have it on camera. It went off.
No, that's all right.
Okay.
I just, I don't like people scaring my wife. That's all.
Oh, it scared the heck out of that guy. Scared the heck out of me too.
Scared the hell out of me. I thought for me it might have...
That was not a firecracker. That was like an M80 or something. That was a big one, folks. Very big. What we need is some big change in this country, folks. Don't we? We need Trump back, don't we? We need Trump back, don't we, darling?
Yes,
We need Trump back. We need someone. We need some
Biden out.
Biden out. We gotta get him out.
We can go with this boy who's not getting any jail time or prison time.
No,
either.
they have a. I say they have like a special rules for thee, but not for me.
Can you imagine if that was Trump's son? If he had done all that?
Well, yeah, exactly. The media would cover it one way.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So that's why we need someone who cares.
Yeah.
We need people.
Trump cares. We need people, voters that care.
Yeah, we need people that care. That's the
People, not just a person. People, a lot of people.
care about people, care about the truth, care about just making things better. That's all I want. Yeah. So that's what conservatives want. They just want things to be better. They don't want anyone doing bad stuff.
We don't need communism here, socialism here.
This is communism right here.
We don't
this-
need it.
Tell them about the bathroom. It's bad.
It's a biohazard.
It's a biohazard here.
It is. This is turned into a meth head shithole. Pardon my French, but
I can't bleep that.
it's nasty.
Yeah, and they don't care. The workers don't care. The managers don't care. You know what they care about? Going big game hunting in Africa.
Playing in their bands or
Yeah.
making money or
Who knows? They don't care about us here. But most people here should be in a care facility if they can't take care of themselves.
there's a few.
Yep. I wish there was someone I could just complain to and they'd say, okay, let's come in and solve it. But there's nowhere to complain to.
Nowhere.
Yeah, there's nowhere you can just complain
The only
to.
way
And
we can have any say at all is when we vote and try to teach other people the truth, enlighten other people to what's really going on.
well, yeah, they don't have to live here. You know what I mean? So that's why I say these politicians, they don't have to live here.
No,
If they had to live here, they'd say this is horrible.
yeah. Well, if the staff had to live here.
Yeah,
Imagine putting one of them up on the third floor for a few days.
that's what they should have to do. They should have to live here for, give them a week.
Week orientation, you live on the third floor right down Meth Head Alley. Right in the midst of all
Hearing the doors slam all night long and yelling and
shit rumbling around.
no toilet paper and
No, of course not.
the whole drain's all plugged up.
All the showers,
Yeah, and then the internet not working.
everything.
Yeah, the manager said, internet's a luxury. And he said, his works just fine. I go, yeah, well, they don't care if it even works here. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I can't really play video games.
No, because it'll cut off.
Yeah, because it can just disconnect at any time.
Yeah.
And it's just, you don't know when it's coming back on or how. I took screenshots. It was like thousands and thousands of, it's called MS. So very high latency. So your characters, you run behind walls and it's just like, holy moly.
Game?
Yeah, you try to play a game and the game breaks because your latency is so high.
I do online interviews and stuff like that, focus groups, and I can't be on the Wi-Fi. I gotta use the data off my phone because if the Wi-Fi cuts off in the middle of it,
Exactly.
I gotta restart my phone.
Yep.
You know, get kicked out of the group.
Okay. We'll call it here.
Well, at least we're getting rain today.
We're getting
Thank you,
some
Lord.
rain.
Thank
We
you for
needed
Lord.
rain. We needed it. Thank you, God. Thank you for the blessings. And may everything get better. Everyone have a great day.